Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. I'm Bella, and today I'm going to be reviewing His Dark Materials Season 2, Episode 7, Æsahættr, which is the subtle knife, or last knife in Greek if you want to get complicated. On with the review! Spoiler warning, do not watch this review if you've not seen Episode 7. Okay, really pleased with how this episode came together. It was really strong. All the threads came together. We had climate change, free will, bouncing around. Yes, it was nice to see Lord Asriel. I'm pleased that we're not getting the episode 8 that we were supposed to get because of the coronavirus that talks about what he was doing. I like the fact that we just had the scene and his speech at the end, which summed everything up quite nicely, because we don't need it because it's not in the book. He can jog off out of the subtle knife as far as I'm concerned. It's weird how both Will's mother and Mrs. Colter have gone cuckoo bananas. I think that says something about our author and his attitude to women. It was interesting that Hester is one of literature's most famous hares. She also joins the rabbits of Watership Down in children's literature. That's an adult novel for children. Read only if you're sort of over 9. Also, I had First World War feelings with the whole Lee Scoresby sacrifice and Seraphina Peffler turning up and his little herb. Most definitely. Loving Will's dad, he was actually an excellent parent for 5 minutes. And weirdly enough, Marissa Colter was actually an excellent parent for 5 minutes, which is kind of bizarre. Loved her demon conversation and her attitude towards the soul. Really interesting. Poor Ozymandias, or the golden monkey, or whatever you want to call the golden monkey. Love that. Don't care that Philip Pullman doesn't like the name Ozymandias because it suits the monkey down to a T. Sorry, but it does. Love that. The spectres. Oof, creepy. Marissa Colter, creepy. She's one of the best villains ever put to paper. Or thwarted mothers. Ooh, kind of weird. The witches. Oh my goodness. Lord Asriel was up the barking tree of cuckoo bananas. Anybody that says, if you're not with me, you're against me, is 1, not rational, 2, cannot be reasoned with, and 3, deals in absolutes. And anybody who deals in absolutes is completely dangerous because you cannot reason with them. It's only their way, and that is not the way to govern. You have to compromise. And that doesn't mean selling out. It means working together for the common good. Never mind free agency and fate or destiny. Some say we make our own fate. And there's causality, which is cause and effect. And sometimes we cannot control cause and effect, like we can't control the coronavirus. It's just happened. We can't control other people's reactions. We can only control ourselves and how we react to things and how we respond. Is that our choice? Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, because nature is nature and everybody's personality is different. Free will, free agency, and fate are very complicated. Imagine if Jesus decided, I'm not doing it, I'm not getting on the cross. Interesting world it would be. It's very interesting. Very interesting. We have to consider these things, but Lord Asriel is barking up the wrong tree. Because a world built on human ideas and scholars is all very well, but that's not very practical. It's not very temporal, earthy. It's all waffle. And to be absolutely honest, what Philip Pullman is talking about is scholastic censorship, which does happen in universities because they can't study everything. There are some topics that aren't allowed because they are deemed ethically wrong, like experimenting on fetuses and various other things. By fetuses, I mean living fetuses. Just want to clarify that. and human cloning, that's banned. You're not allowed to do that because it's ethically and morally wrong. And there are some steps as a society that are just abhorrent, like Mrs. Colter cutting out children's souls to make people more docile. Not allowed. Yes, I'm going to give this episode a 5 out of 5. Very clear plot, tied all the threads together nicely. The characters were really well done, and to top it all off, finally, they have mastered when a character is speaking about their demon is also in the shot, so you can actually see whose demon belongs to who. Brilliant! 10 out of 10, they finally mastered it. And we're only at the end of the second book. I'm loving the fact that Pan is the red panda, because he's mimicking the golden monkey. Have you noticed with the golden monkey's tail that it's more droopy, the more afraid he gets? And there's another point. Marissa Colter was going down one road by herself, but the monkey went down another, and he found where Lyra lived. And that's interesting, because if she trusted her intuition, she would have found it herself, but she didn't. She trusted her brain very bad. And that's really interesting about Marissa, because she compartmentalizes herself, and she forces her soul to do so. Hence why it's stop whimpering about the spectre, you'll be fine. Just shut yourself down and you'll be fine. Interesting, creepy scene. That whole stroking the head, I was like, oh, don't do it. Oh, you did it. Oof. Yes, she'd be a woman that would kill her soul if she had to. Also, she'd kill herself at the same time. Interesting. Anyway, this episode, I'm giving it 5 out of 5. Very clear. Tied all the threads up. All the characters were there. We had sacrifice, we had betrayals, we had honour. All big themes dealt with, but I feel with Philip Pullman that he sort of presents you with a concept, but he doesn't unwrap it, he doesn't explore it. He just sort of leaves it there hanging, so you never find out what's inside. And I know he's building up for the end of the Amber Spyglass, but it feels sometimes that he doesn't spend enough time on these concepts. And I feel that throughout this, Will is right. He says it should be our story, but it's not been their story. They've been shepherded and herded and chaperoned, or loosely chaperoned, or left on a boat with 8 others, and they're just sitting there like lumpuses doing nothing. I know why that is, but you just feel it. And it's interesting that Lyra's saying a change is coming, because that's going to be interesting. I mean, where's she going to get sanitary towels and Tampax? Because that's puberty, people. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this review. Like, comment, subscribe. Loved it. CGI good, setting good. Always love a Fern Gully me. That wins me. Loved it. It was really good. And the fact that both Lee Scoresby and Will's dad were given good death scenes, as was Lord Balliol in the previous episode. Actually, a lot of time was spent on him. Really good. Really good. Loving Lord Asriel again. Yeah, I prefer his snow leopard, to be honest. Nice to see Eric Bernison. We're all there. It's all good. 5 out of 5. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for the support, and I will see you in season 3, whenever we get season 3. Anyway, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you. Stay safe and follow government advice wherever you may be.